What an atmosphere for that young man, and the fans rise into their feet with Floyd Mayweather in attendance, watching the entrance of his young star. Floyd Mayweather has come out and said that Gervonta Davis is the future of boxing. He's only 24 years of age, but lo and behold, he is sold out the Royal Farms Arena here in Baltimore. Sugar Ray Leonard fought here. And now, Gervonta Davis, front and center, with his name on the marquee. He is the reason why everyone is here in attendance. And listen to this ovation as Gervonta Davis steps in between the ropes. 14,686 with Floyd Mayweather in attendance, his promoter. What electricity here in Baltimore as Gervonta Davis wearing Oriole black and orange. This is the moment. Will he be able to deliver? We're about to find out. There is Floyd Mayweather, 50-0. Gervonta Davis, 21-0 with 20 knockouts. He has the second highest knockout percentage in boxing, tied alongside Deontay Wilder. Talk about fighting on the big stage. That man, Floyd Mayweather, knows all about it. He is the epitome of a prize fighter. This place is going to erupt. What an atmosphere here in Baltimore for Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis. You hear the fans voicing their approval for the 24-year-old. He is a father. He has a young daughter that is coming up on 1 year old. The Royal Farms Arena has been home to the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Elvis. The Baltimore Bullets played here. Martin Luther King spoke on these grounds. But now, it is Gervonta Davis's opportunity to defend his world championship in his hometown. And here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Royal Farms Arena here in Baltimore, Maryland, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, GTD Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Showtime. Sponsored by MGM Resorts, Brooklyn Boxing, and Fashion Nova. This world title attraction is sanctioned by the WBA President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, Supervisor in attendance, Renzo Bagnariol, along with the Maryland State Athletic Commission. The chairman is David J. Norman, Executive Director Patrick Panella. Judging at ringside from Pennsylvania, Lynn Carter, from New Jersey, Larry Hazard Jr., and from Nevada, Dave Moretti. We introduce our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of the action, Harvey Dock. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Featherweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Charm City, Baltimore, Maryland, it's showtime! Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, blue, and white trunks, hailing from La Chorrera, Panama. He weighed in at already 128 3/4 pounds. With a record of 21 wins and 2 losses, he has 19 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making his U.S. and Showtime debut and his first attempt at a world title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the WBA #2 super featherweight world rank contender and mandatory challenger, introducing Ricardo Cientifico and his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black and orange trunks. A young star of boxing tonight, making his hometown return and proudly representing Baltimore, Maryland. He weighed in at 129 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a sensational record of 21 wins, no losses, and 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the two-time 130-pound world champion in his 6th world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome boxing's pride of Charm City, the undefeated, hard-hitting, reigning and defending WBA super featherweight champion of the world, introducing Gervonta tankdavis. Once again, a referee in charge of the action, now to give instructions, Harvey Duck.
Okay, boxers, we went over the instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Toco los guantes, buena suerte. Good luck.
Let's take a look at our tale of the tape. There you see, just 1 year separates the two. The height in favor of Nunez, the reach identical. Not since Harry Jeffra, when he defeated Spider Armstrong, has a fighter from Baltimore defended a world title. Now that young man, Gervonta Davis, gets the opportunity against a very hungry Ricardo Nunez from Panama, making his United States debut. A sellout crowd here in Baltimore. Great Forest ringside. Honored to be with all of you. The WBA Super Featherweight Championship of the World is on the line. Nunez will turn 25 tomorrow. He's wearing the colors of Panama, wearing the colors of the Baltimore Orioles is Davis. Nunez goes right to the body, backing up Davis for a brief moment. Davis trained by his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford. He went into the boxing gym, the Uptown Boxing Gym, when he was 7 years old. Won countless amateur titles. Became the youngest American to become a world champion. Still holds that distinction at 24 years of age. The hand speed of Gervonta Davis is something to admire. He's so fast and dynamic. He's coming off a knockout win against Hugo Ruiz back in February in Southern California. The star for Davis continues to grow. A nice straight left that grazed the midsection of Nunez. This one is scheduled for 12. Nice straight left. Nunez said in the pre-fight lead-up he is going to come right after Gervonta Davis. We'll see if Davis can send the fans home happy. Nunez is not afraid to mix it up. 80 seconds remaining here in the first. The adage is you have to, for Nunez, he's going to have to get close to the fire with the exception of getting burned. But that's easier said than done. Davis with very good boxing ability, very athletic. Captured a world title by finishing off Jose Pedraza back in January of 2017. That was at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Gervonta Davis grew up 3 miles away from here at the Royal Farms Arena. a minute remaining. A straight left, right to the belly by Davis to Nunes again. Davis peppering the body of Nunes, believing that if he attacks the body, he'll leave himself susceptible to big shots upstairs. He just snapped back the head of Nunes with a straight left. And now Davis is starting to get more comfortable. There's a shot a little bit below the belt. Arby Doc wanting to keep the punches up. Davis picking up the pace towards the tail end of round one, much to the delight of this sold-out partisan crowd. That's the end of one. Going to listen to Calvin Ford.
Take deep breaths, man. Look good, look good. Okay, your brick hand and the six is the money, man. But just keep touching it with your jab hand, man. How you doing? All right, use your ring a little bit, get your different angles on different sides, man. And keep checking your distance here. All right, you got 12 rounds. You're doing good. How you feel? All right. Hey, you know he's throwing them uppercuts, so watch when you go down. When you know you're going to dip down, watch for it here. Good? Want some more? Good? All right. Take some deep breaths. Take another one. All right, the brick money, the brick hand is good. Here. Stand up. I got it.
Round two, this one is scheduled for 12. I gave round one to Gervonta Davis, a lot more active. What a homecoming for him here tonight from this crowd. We'll see if Ricardo Nunes can turn up the heat. Now he's looking to push and press and pin Davis against the ropes. Right hand over the top, blocked by Davis. Davis very good defense. Hasn't really been hit too much as a professional. Davis slipping and sliding away from Nunes. It's important, a little bit of a shoulder roll, and he mixes in some shots to the body. That's what's very impressive about Davis. The emphasis of attacking the body from the 24-year-old super featherweight. You know, Yuriokis Gamboa is watching this one. He wants the winner. Nunes trying to double up on the jab. Slipping away from it, though, is Davis. Nice right hook to the body for Gervonta Davis. Harvey Doc warning about holding behind the head. A big left hook to the ribs. Oh, big left hook that caught Nunes. And now Davis is going on the attack. Nunes is hurt. Now Davis looking to unload. Can Nunes recover? Oh, big straight left. He's in big trouble. And this one is over. A second round knockout for Gervonta Davis. Oh my goodness. Nunes just got obliterated by Gervonta Davis. That's how fast it can end. Oh my goodness. Wow. Talk about a quick and an abrupt finish. That's how you close a show. Oh my goodness. Lethal power in his hands. What a performance for Gervonta Davis. Take a look at it again. Here's that left bang. Take again, and the barrage of punches. A straight left. Harvey Doc saw that Nunes was wiped out. And again, there's a big left hook. And Davis went out, and he finished off this fight in front of the hometown admirers in spectacular fashion. Oh my. That was as impressive of a victory as you're gonna find. Gervonta Davis has the world in the palm of his hands. He has a loyal fan following here in Baltimore, and all these fans saw a one-sided second round destruction. That's how you end the fight. There's Gervonta Davis showing class, respecting Ricardo Nunez. Nunez able to get off the stool. And Davis embraces with his promoter, Floyd Mayweather. That's how fast he can end things. Let's take a look back at Nunez, a big left hook. Davis felt like he had Nunez hurt, and then another one. Boom. Punches in bunches for the 24-year-old here out of Baltimore. And there's that left hook. And here's a look when he first had him hurt. We zero in on it. And you saw the opening, bang, right on the jaw. And you saw Nunez, his face pretty much collapse right into Gervonta Davis. And that's a sight you don't want to see. And look at this. Boom. Davis lunging in with all of his might. So powerful, and here's the end of the fight when Harvey Doc waved it off. Davis, what a seismic left hook, another one. And Davis hurting Nunez. Nunez could not defend himself intelligently, and that'll be it. And for Gervonta Davis, a homecoming indeed. Boom. Davis poured it on, and he sends the fans home happy. All 14,686 of them. And there is the reaction, the emotion. And there is Floyd Mayweather watching the replay, and Floyd intently studying, and along with Gervonta. And Floyd all business. It's like he's still fighting. Attention to detail. And there is Ed Brophy, the director of the... And here is Jimmy Lanning Jr. with the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 33 seconds in round number 2. A referee in charge, Harvey Doc, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout, and he is still the undefeated WBA super featherweight champion of the world, Gervonta tankdavis.
Doc, Harvey, why did you stop the fight?
Nunez got hit with a couple of big shots. I saw that he was defenseless, and it was time to stop the fight.
We'll take a look at it here. I concur with exactly what you're saying, but as you're watching this, what was the determining factor?
Well, you see him get hit, so I'm watching him defensively. And right there, his hands drop.
And the onslaught continues.
It's continuing. He's unable to defend himself right there. I thought he was defenseless at that point, and he is.
Harvey, good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Tank, come on in here. Tank, congratulations. Can you describe the joy you're feeling in this victory here in front of the hometown fans in Baltimore?
First, I want to say thank God, for everything. Without him, it wouldn't be possible. Thankfully that, me and the opponent came out safe. But first I want to, send my condolences to two fighters that we lost this past week or two. I want to send my condolences to them. But as the night we showed out.
And Pernell Whitaker as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To fight here in front of the hometown is something you have wanted to do for a long time. Now that you've had this opportunity and sold out this arena, how would you describe this experience?
It's amazing, to fight in front of my fans, my family and friends and things like that. It means a lot, it's just not a win for me, but it's a win for Baltimore.
Let's take a look. You were in the second round here, and you caught him with the left as we take a look at it here on the monitor. It seemed as the break occurred, you caught him by surprise.
Yes.
Tell us about it, Tank.
You gotta be ready at all times. He wasn't alert. He was worrying about holding, so I took the advantage and I threw the shot.
Now we've seen that before from a guy who was your mentor. It looked kind of like Ortiz when he didn't pay attention to the break.
Yeah, of course. As a fighter, you protect yourself at all times. That's the first rule,
And now here's the end of the fight when Harvey Doc decided to call it. Could you tell that he was defenseless?
I faked him with the body shot. I went up top. Caught him with a nice shot.
And there's the end of the fight. So as we come back here, Tank, now you have a lot to look forward to. It seems like there are a lot of guys at 126 who have a target on your back. And would you like to fight possibly Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Mares, Gary Russell, one of these guys?
First, if you see, I have the WBA and I got the IBF.
At 130.
At 130. So Tevin fought tonight. He probably still fighting. But I definitely get Tevin. I want Tevin.
You want Tevin?
I want Tevin my next fight.
Do you believe that fight can be made?
It can be made. Let's get it on later on this year.
How would you say you have progressed? You only had the one disappointment in missing weight. You're still a guy who's coming up, but there's so much promise, so much potential, and you already have belts. How would you describe where you feel you are at this time in your career, Tank?
I'm only 24. I'm growing every day. I'm learning to love more, care more, and to cherish more people in my corner, like my manager Al Heyman, my team, my boxing team, Leonard, Floyd, Calvin, and things like that. So I'm just learning. I'm young. I'm progressing, so we're working.
Congratulations. I assume we'll be back here in Baltimore.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Congratulations. Floyd, how would you assess what it is that you just saw in Tank Davis?
Tank, an unbelievable fighter. When I first seen this kid box, I knew he was something special.
What do you think he has in his future? Do you see the same type of greatness that you see in other fighters, some of whom you fought, and somebody like yourself?
This is a pay-per-view star. He had the charisma, the will to win. He works extremely hard. He has a great team. And the only thing we can do is continue to push him, help him go to the top. And he's one of the top guys in pound for pound right now.
And you're the biggest pay-per-view star. Will we see that star shine once again?
We don't know. Only time will tell, but right now, it's all about Tank Davis.
Floyd, thank you. Tank, congratulations. Barry Tompkins, back to you.
So Gervonta Davis, in front of a sold-out crowd, makes a homecoming here in Baltimore a successful one. Now, no longer is it 80 years since a fighter from Baltimore has defended his world title. That young man, Gervonta Davis, sold out the Royal Farms Arena and packed it to the rafters. What a performance by a young man who is budding into becoming a legitimate superstar. I look forward to seeing Gervonta Davis fight because anytime he steps in between the ropes, he is must-see television.